Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Man the Maker. Welcome back. This is Golden Treasure. Last episode, we starved to death. Oops. Let's try and not do that. We also fought this thing and he kind of kicked my butt. I'm going to go and talk to you. I will investigate this other animal. I was so hungry that I thought we should attack the thing. But this is not my general mode, right? Come across a trio of lesser spielbills. They seem distracted by some kind of discussion. What do you do? Wait and observe. You begin to catch shards of their conversation. And so we must proceed with the assumption of all things can be understood, given time and observation. The core elements of reality, earth, water, air, and fire, are predictable and finite, and all things proceed from their motion. It cannot be denied that there is such a thing as expert knowledge, and that such knowledge has both value and merit. Thus it is that the wisest of beings gather information. Disagreements, says another, slanting its head slightly to the left. The true nature of objects is clearly unknowable. The desires of the observer, as well as the limitations of its senses, ensure that no matter how much information is collected, the true nature of external creatures or even objects remains forever out of reach. The wisest observers attempt to understand themselves, and by having greater control over their own cognition, can get closer to the truth than those who remain ignorant of their own psychology. The mark of wisdom is not information, but self-knowledge. I should have used a different voice if I had known. Both of you, says the third, dipping its bill briefly into the water, are making the same mistake. You're assuming that objects have a true nature to begin with. The one song is empty of all meaning and even substance. It is not that truth is hidden by the senses, but that it never existed to begin with. It is but a vain hope of limited beings. A wise being does not seek to accumulate a wealth of information, nor even to understand themselves, for none of these things can be said to matter or even exist. The one song is empty, and a truly wise being knows only one thing, that they know nothing, and abandoning all need for understanding, simply lives free from all judgment. You have learned more about the way of the lesser spearbills. The wisdom of the Drac is renowned. Let us ask the one hiding ineffectually nearby, one suggests, and with subtle motions of their head they turn their eyes and ears to you. What is the nature of wisdom? Is it based upon information, self-knowledge, or abandoning these things and simply living? Ooh. The gaining of knowledge or the quest for self-awareness? Or is it rooted in the enjoyment of life and accepting that all things are empty? Interesting. Interesting. Now, me personally, if I had to pick one of these, I would say that wisdom is not rooted in the gaining of knowledge. Wisdom is rooted in the quest for self-awareness or in the enjoyment of life and accepting that all things are empty. Truth and wisdom, he responds, are false labels placed on things. Objects are simply themselves, nothing more or less. One can never understand sun or earth or the infinite one song in which they dance. One can only abandon understanding and experience the wonder of life. Why would a truly wise being waste time rating and judging themselves and others when they could simply plunge into the cool waters of life and drink? Why search for meaning in the green and rolling earth when one can simply rest in her body and taste of her milk, which is joy? Life is what one makes of it, and to be content with that is true wisdom. The first and second spearbills seem unconvinced, but the third appreciates her answers, ruffling its feathers in excitement. Agreement, O hatchling of the Drac, may the blessing of earth of simplicity and contentment be upon you. As one, they launch into the sky, and you can hear them continuing their argument as they journey onward. That's sweet earth mastery, baby. That's right, we are grounded. That's right. But we will fly, presumably at some point. I imagine we will gain the ability for flight. Back out. That will be done, yes. This is still there. We can't go swimming more. I don't think we will. What's this? This is farmland. That seems scary. Let's go here. Maybe we can get a little bit stronger. Probably just not fighting the thing is the best idea here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. You have reached the end of one of the two river forks, which give you Heartbone Valley its name. Somewhere in this area lies the entrance to the deep forest, the Great Green, to which you must escape before the no-tails find you. Do not tempt fate, but do not too eager to leave. Once you do, you may not return, and the opportunities and knowledge and treasure are many, both here and elsewhere in the valley. Indeed. I suppose. Now, are they going to be pissed at me? Are these animals going to be pissed at me because I attacked them once and they will... Oh, good fortune shines upon you. Nearby you find the silent form of an infant wood strider. It is unclear what destroyed it, but it has no wounds upon its tender, juicy body. But its spirit is gone, its rhythm quieted forever. With neither chase nor dance of destruction, you have found yourself a tasty meal. What will you do? Examine it more closely. It is somewhat odd that it bears no marks of battle, and though it is a bit scrawny, it did not die of hunger. Your keen sense detects some kind of swarm within it and around it, beings even tinier than the buzzing armored tiny beings, which share earth with you. You decide to call them very tiny beings, as they cannot be seen at all with the eye, only smelled, and then vaguely. The discovery causes a kind of disquiet within you, though you know not why. With neither chase nor dance of discretion, you have found a tasty meal. Well, I've already examined it. Wow. It's going to do bad things to me, though, isn't it? Apparently, rumors of the delectable nature of woodstrider flesh were not exaggerated. It is an excellent meal. There was something slightly different about the taste, but overall it was a wonderful experience. Oh, wow, that's a lot of energy. And for free. So many things. What are you? Let's go here. Not sure, really. The difference? Oh, it's a spider. Consuming my vision. The sun is still young when you come across a most fascinating lair. Suspended between plants swaying gently in the morning breeze, it bars your way forward with utmost eloquence. It is circles, many circles, circles within circles, like the one song which holds earth and sun and all worlds alike, all worlds like one small thoughts soon to be forgotten. Droplets of water hang from the structure like tiny fragile gems. The center of it all, its spirit muted, almost scentless, rests a weaver. You know the Weaver tribe by reputation. Their way is old, even by the standards of the Drak. Among tiny beings, they are feared destroyers, but pose no danger at all to a great kin such as you. Your path forward, however, is obstructed by this Weaver's trap lair. Finding a way around would take effort, not very much, but some. The easiest way is to continue through. Surely no beast of the Great Green would think twice before forging ahead. It would be madness to worry about every tiny being you encounter. What do you do? I'm going to obviously sing to the Weaver. You extend your mind song outwards, searching for the Weavers. It is very, very difficult for you to connect to its tiny consciousness, but finally, you feel something at the edge of the silence. It's Braille? I cannot read that. I like the little sound effect. Ding. It repeats endlessly over and over again. It hurts you somehow, and you break off the thought connection. The quiet comes as a relief. What do you do? We will just take a different route. You backtrack a short distance, poking your snot through leafy fronds, find another way through. Eventually find one. Looking backwards, you see the Weaver still there, barely alive. Spirit drawn tightly within, only a hint of light escaping. Perhaps it is a prayer for some tiny beast to trespass upon its sacred space so that it may feed. The mind of a Weaver is perhaps best left undisturbed. Strange things are sung of it. Earth mastery and water mastery, indeed. While I'm here, I should really check what my attacks do and try and remember them. Power strike. Moderate damage based on you completely overwhelm your opponent. Right. If they use air or potentially earth. We don't deal a lot of that. And flowing strike. Attempts to use your own opponent's fire against them. Light damage. Dealing light damage based on their fire mastery. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. How do I exit this? There we go. Yes. There you go, darling. Make sure you can open that still. I close it again, but okay. Opening jars for wives. That's what we do. We have some amazing, like, chili in oil that we got from an Asian market nearby. And it's like, it's so crunchy. I don't know what is going on. It's just like it's chili flakes, but it has such crunch to it. It's got such a happy, like, old man on the front. He's not old. Just a normal guy. It's really nice. Makes me happy. All right, Weaver's done. You intrigue me. Oh my. As you're returning to your den at dusk, an odd keening noise draws your attention. Investigating, you discover a strange sight. Two groups of tailless beings are rotating, gyrating on their spindly hind legs while clutching each other with their forepaws. What could this strange dance be? The dark ones are no-tail givers. You can smell their musky, oily scents, each one different, but the bright ones. What are they? They appear somewhat like no-tail birthers, but they are most certainly not. Eerily, each one of them has the exact same smell, with not a trace of difference, as though they are just one being pretending to be many. They are giving off a powerful birther scent, perhaps too powerful, and laced with overtones of blackberries and lightning, and the heat radiating from their bodies make them almost glow in your eyes. A shrill noise is coming from them, a song of sorts, their voices lifted in a too-perfect harmony. The no-tail givers seem transfixed by them, and as the dance continues, the brightlings, for that is what you have decided to call them, draw the givers in closer and closer, allowing more and more touches from their forepaws. One by one, the couples detach from the dance and retreat into the trees. Each pair separates from the others. Finally, only one pair remains. What do you do? Attempt to sing into the mind of the brightling birther? As you find the brightling's eyes, you begin to sing into its mind, but your initial images are, well, there is no other word but consumed for it. Its mind is like a rainbow whirlpool, consuming your messages, sucking them away to somewhere else. The brightling simply turns the no-tail giver in her arms away from you, and looking at you over its shoulder, begins to sing back at you. When next you are aware of yourself, both the brightling and the tailless are gone. You are alone and cold. As you make your way back to your den, you begin to wonder. What are the brightlings? What are they doing with the no-tails, and why? Perhaps a wiser Drac may know more. Air mastery and water mastery. We take it. Definitely neglecting the fire, which I guess is fine. Your beautiful body has come under attack by countless very tiny beings. Yes, that's because I ate that animal. Entering as you might enter another kin territory, they are marauding your inner world, breaking and polluting and poisoning your essence. They did not even issue a formal challenge before their invasion. The entire affair is outrageously impolite and made all the more frustrating that you are unable to burn or hunt them. You cannot even use your mind to its regular extent. It is largely preoccupied in fighting the invisible interlopers. Cannot help but remember, can't be sure if you have a sinking suspicion it may be to blame. Little appetite. We can try hunting or exploring. Core is telling you to stay in your den and not move, but the no-tails continuously draw closer, discovering you. Not to mention the fact that you feel restless and irritable. Darktooth may be able to provide advice, but the trek to its territory will be laborious, and its assistance is, of course, never free. What will you do? We will hide. Let's just listen to our bodies. You can only hope that this has given your internal force some kind of advantage in the pitched battle inside. Perhaps resting more will help, though you feel awful. It turns out to be a wise decision, as the illness will now depart more quickly, but this is not how a mighty Drac should spend its sun. Indeed. Indeed, that's true. Don't like to be sick, though. Not in these trying times. Indeed. Okay, I mean, I guess we're... But he's blighted. And we feel sluggish and weak. Well, what I can do is just expose new areas, so let's do that. Right, this won't actually make a test for me. There's some new stuff. Traveling riseward from the conflicts reveal steep slopes and high hills. Rugged terrain such as is not easy on the legs, but treasure as mountains hatchling is a common saying among the Drakkin. Might the Rocky outcroppings hide precious sandstone or perhaps something even more valuable. Interesting. Another night. I do not know how long we will stay sick. I also like... I am still blighted. Now, is this my deadline? What are you? I will investigate. This is likely the exit. Come to a sacred place. Any good beast consented. A verdant gateway, redolent with laurel, mint, and sweet decay. A being more powerful than even the kin has claimed this place and what lies beyond. This is the entrance to the Great Green. The forest primeval where your people have hunted since the first kin emerged from its chamber. It is infinite in its beauty and its danger, changing as the turnings pass. Though its denizens of long ago are mostly gone, the spirit of the Great Green remains, forever in its perfect state of constant transformation. This is the end of Heartbone Valley, where Great Darktooth lays claim to the land of the No-Tails build their inscrutable objects. No Tailless has sullied this place beyond with its otherish presence. Once you cross this threshold and take it for your own, it will be your true home, your domain, and you may never return to Heartbone Valley, unless it is by Darktooth's permission or to challenge him, a feat of which you will surely be incapable for centuries. The time has not come. Okay, good to know it's here. The question, I don't know, like, is this my deadline? This is 1 moon. Oh, that actually didn't take it. Did it take a day? I don't think so. I will investigate this area. Yes, shiny things. Mighty fire, some kind of helpful tool. There's a hidden option, a special tool. Leave it for now. We don't have the mighty fire. It's nice that it does not... You are hungry. That's true. That is true. I want to know, where might the porcupine be? Brickleback. That's not it, is it? I feel like the thing that I've encountered just curls up, right? Oh, it must be a prickleback. Dark sweet. I know quite a bit of them. Well, no matter. We do need to go hunting. Sure. It says I'm hungry. Am I hungry? Let's observe these things a little bit more. It is upwind. I will draw closer. Completely oblivious. Keep still and observe. Like eventually we get some kind of knowledge from this, right? We can keep still and observe here. All right, we got ourselves a fight. That's okay, because they just curl up, don't they? Light damage. Okay. Let's see how long it takes. like it's gonna take a very long time. Yes, it does seem like it's gonna take a very long time. Hey, it's battered. That's fine. That's actually a good time for me to take my headphones off. Sometimes when I wear them for a long time, they're like around the ear headphones, but they still will hurt my ears a little bit. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break. I can hydrate as well. It doesn't make for exciting gameplay. I realize that. But it is the most efficient, right? We don't actually lose anything. They give the most food for this easy area of fighting. With no danger. I mean, we know eventually we will get it. Does fighting give you more than just food? I don't think so. Not fighting this thing. Alright, well how about this? I'm going to put a cut in here. Just going to click through this on my own, and then we'll be back right afterwards when we continue to hunt some other things. Maybe we'll go over some different animals and have things that'll be a little more exciting. I don't know. We'll see. And once we're healed, I think we're going to try and go into this mountain place. But we are still sick, so this is unfortunate. And yeah, okay. Probably, we knew what would happen, right? But I still ate it. Yeah, it fits. It fits me, at least. Anyways, my name is Man the Maker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.